Hey guys, Tim here, back with another Fractal design case. It's the ARC XL, www.fractal-design.com. This box should be labeled with a "You are not prepared." Okay guys, so we got her out. You see, it's got the same kind of smoked side window as a lot of the Fractal cases have these days. Inside the box we of course have our ARC XL documentation. Let's spin this guy around. Pretty big, so I'm gonna have to get in your way every once in a while here. So in the front, just like the Mini, we have a removable dust filter. Same kind of foam mesh. This case, however, comes with a pre-installed 140 millimeter R2 Silent Series fan with room for one more. It has four 5 1/4 expansion bays. And on the top here, if I can get her down there, we have your fan controllers on the left this time. Microphone, headphone, power, that same reset button, which is, it would be nice to see it, you know, a little bit easier to push and not have to take a pin, but how many times do you actually press the reset button on your computer anymore? I just turn it off, turn it back on. Two USB 3.0, two USB 2.0, like the positioning. Very rarely use those on my cases unless I'm doing something like putting a memory card in. Also like them on the top like that on a case this tall because it's probably not going to be sitting on your desk. I can get around to the side here, which this thing is so big that I'm having a hard time getting it in the camera view for you guys. So just like the R2 Mini, the Mini R2 I guess, this case has a removable roof. I call it a roof. I sound like I'm a dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. And for once in my life, I've encountered screws from Fractal that I'm going to have to find a screwdriver to take off. The side panels were just hand tight, but the top is a little tighter. So somebody ate their Wheaties the morning they built this case. That or I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning. Not that I actually like Wheaties, but... So, same kind of configuration as the Mini, just more. Same fan filter, and it's a... Point out, you could remove this foam if you wanted to. You would have to take out the metal to do that. So if you're using this as an exhaust and you want, like I'm probably going to do, and you want less airflow restriction, you could always take, you know, you have to take the metal actually off, which not the greatest thing in the world, but it's doable. I was actually looking to see if it was all integral here. Yep, it is. So you do have to take that off to get to the support in the top. So in the top, you can see we have a million places for cooling. So let's see if I can get all these right. 140 for 280. You have 120 for 240. You can put, let's see, where is that? There, and put in a, I believe, a 220. Or you can do, seriously, I don't know if it's easy for you guys to see or not, but there are a lot of options here. So you can also do, let me see which lines up. There, and that's a 360. Or you can put a 140 fan here and then mount a 280 radiator down lower. So you can mount a fan here and a 280 rad or a 360 rad. The 360 rad is what I'm going to be putting in it. And unlike the Mini, which has a little shelf in this top reservoir, or the top bay I mean, this does not, but you are going to lose at least the top 5 1/4 if you put a 360 rad in the top. Just like the Mini, well, same accessories. I know they're pretty common these days. I don't think you need to see everybody unbox those. It's a little harder to get at the screw on this case, on the top, but not that bad. So just like the Mini, you can pull this case out. This is an arc line feature. You can pull it out and put it in sideways for airflow if you don't want to keep it out of the case. Me personally, I'm planning on putting a thick radiator up front. So I'll remove this guy, move him back onto his back spot, and then I'm going to have a thick radiator in the front, a 240, yeah, 240, a 360 in the top. You can actually put a 280 rad in the front. That's not what I bought because I didn't know I was going to use this case, I'll be very honest with you. Same mounting system as all of their cases except for the Node series. So nice thick rubber grommets, which are consistent across all of the series. Nice metal, very stiff, and they're all steel painted white across the whole series. These are just removable caddies. The Node series has actual, kind of like the whole thing is the caddy. Again, nice grommeted, very large actually, grommeted holes. So pretty much the whole way down the side. You have a nice grommet here for your audio to pop out of. You have an 8-pin grommet up top, as well as, what else is up there? Another auxiliary for fans. It's really nice, well thought out. On the back, we have, if you can see, a 140 pre-installed. It's another R2 Silent Series fan. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 expansion ports, your I/O, and your power supply. And my favorite feature on these boards, on the new series here, are these little SSD doohickeys, which just make it so on some previous motherboard. Oh, too many reviews today, guys, sorry. On some previous cases, not just Fractal, but others, they had you screwing in through the back to mount an SSD here. These are nice because you can just mount your SSD in. Obviously, you could take these off and use Velcro if you wanted to go that route, but to be honest with you, I run a 2 SSD in RAID 0, so this is perfect for me. And then you can run, the bottom caddy is 4 drives, right? So the top caddy is 4 drives and the bottom caddy is 4 drives. So you could put, 2 more in here if you wanted to, or the config I'm gonna wind up running is 2 SSDs in RAID 0, an SSD for disk caching with a 1 terabyte black drive. So that'll be, anything like, my Adobe install, games, stuff along those lines where, the disk caching will be more than perfectly fine for performance because it's mostly going to get loaded in RAM. And then I'm going to get 2 3 terabyte WD red drives in RAID 1 for the bottom to back up the SSDs. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. You have your fan controller, which can do 3 fans off of 1 Molex. So that's, if you're going to go that route, I'm probably going to put a fan controller in this when I do the build out. It has a decent amount of cabling space in the back, and it's about a thumb's width. So not bad. It's not as much as some, but more than sufficient. I mean, some cases have none, so obviously this is way better than that. And what else we got? Nice feet, both. I like the nice big front feet with the smaller back feet. Just makes it so it looks really good from the front, and you don't really need to waste that money on those back feet. Trying to think if there's anything else I forgot to cover. You guys can of course make fun of me if I did. Hopefully you can see in it okay. I do have a front light. Oh, of course the little punch outs for tie downs. They're everywhere. That's always really nice to see. Your front I/O, which are all black except right up to the tips, which I don't know, I might try to do something with that, but here's a tip, guys. If you just want it to look nice and you're not going to enter like competitions or anything, just take a black felt tip marker and color the colored cables. Don't color the black ones, just color the colored ones. And it makes it enough so that it's really hard to tell. But if you're looking closely at it, you'll still be able to tell which pins or which wires which. So again, this case does remove with screws in the bottom. So you could move it back one slot. Oh, this does remove the little feature to hold in. There's just 4 screws there to take it off. And that's about it, guys. Nice spot for a reservoir on this case, by the way. Right there. So if you're gonna do a water-cooled build, it'll be a nice spot for one. I'm actually going to use a D5 reservoir that'll go in the front if it matches the finish. So this is Tim for Timmy Tech TV. Maybe you'll be seeing this in my water cooling build I'm finally getting around to doing if I like this case enough. We'll see you guys next time.